Fans of Fast Blue Hedgehogs can rejoice. Sega announced the soon-to-be-released Sonic Origins, a collection of 4 retro Sonic titles to look forward to being released in June.
And Sony and Microsoft are talking about bringing ads to console games. Find out all about this and so much more right now on Gaming News Weekly. Gaming News Weekly is back. We are bringing you another episode of the biggest happenings in the video game industry. We're the best weekly video game news show out there. And every single week, we're coming to you, bringing you that video game news that you need to know. My name is Erect the Red. I am joined, as always, by the man, Full Clip. What's going on, dude? How you been?
Oh, man, pretty good. I feel a little foolish because last week I said we had the motherload of gaming news. And that's just not true. This week is the motherload.
And it's crazy. You did the majority of the work on this one this week, just because I went and signed into the document that we share regarding this, and it was already like a page long. I was like, damn, dude, like it is, it's all happening.
Oh, yeah.
But it doesn't mean we don't have time to talk, just to talk. Let's chat.
Yeah.
What have you been up to?
Trying to put out some videos on Fruit Lab, adding a little bit to YouTube. As far as games that I've been playing, this has been a pretty slow week. I haven't touched much of anything. Just a little bit of revisiting Forza Horizon 5, trying to get the best of my money I've got into Game Pass. That's the problem, though. There's just so much to play.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I've been really into Halo Infinite multiplayer lately.
Nice.
Been having a lot of fun with that. I think maybe just the last 2 days. So most recently, and but those 2 days, dude, that's all I want to do. That's all I keep thinking about. It's I'm really excited for the next season already, even though I'm still haven't done much in the game. But we're gonna talk about it a little bit later. But the new things that they're adding, I'm really excited because I'm having a lot of fun. I had no idea there were so many different really weird weapons in this game.
Oh yeah, you play that Fiesta mode.
Yeah, so you told me last week, you're like, check out Fiesta mode. So I did, and I'm like, dude, every time I get a new weapon, I'm like, what in the world is this thing? It takes a while to figure out what is happening.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even for the L1 and R1, like one's always the grenade. Or not always, because then I think, it is. And then sometimes there's like a sonar thing. There's one guy who just goes like this, and I'm like, I have no idea what that is. And then I found out it ricochets their shots back to them, and I'm like, I accidentally killed somebody by bouncing off a shot back to them. It was amazing.
Yeah, that thing's pretty cool. Like somebody comes at you with a sword, you just bounce them back away from you. Continue to,
it was great.
Yeah, soak them with bullets.
Yeah, so we got to play, dude. Me and you, we got to play.
Oh yeah.
Maybe we'll get a little wood pigeon up in there, dude. We'll play. I know you got friends that play, right? I've seen you playing online with dudes. So yeah, I would love to play with someone else to, really test my mettle. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
All right. Anything else before we get into it?
That's it.
All right, let's get into it. Let's start with our new releases from last week. All right, again, we talked about there's a lot of news this week, not much in the way of new releases. But first, let's talk about Star Wars: The Force Unleashed. It came out on April 20th for the Nintendo Switch. This is, I'm sure if you're a Star Wars fan, if you're a video game fan, you know of this game. It was a popular game. 2008, this came out. It's like the GTA 5 of Star Wars. It's been on every console.
Oh yeah, just won't go away.
The Skyrim of Star Wars. But you play as Darth Vader or something. Who knows, dude? Everybody loves it. Anakin Skywalker.
So 2008, what was that? A Wii title originally?
I don't know. It's been on the PS2. It's been on the PS3. I know. Wow. Xbox. Now it's on the Nintendo Switch. But you could be good. You could be bad. You could do it all. So. Go check it out on the Nintendo Switch. Next up, Teardown is officially out for PC as of April 21st. Now, I remember when this game was first announced because I was like, the premise of it is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
It's been in early access since 2020, and what it is, it's like a sandbox game, kind of like a puzzle game where you have this giant destructible environment, and you have these objectives where you have to solve these puzzles within a minute. Have you ever played it?
No, I've watched some videos of it in the early
Me
access
too.
stage.
Yeah, it looks very enjoyable. Now, I don't have a PC to play this. I could probably even play it on my laptop. Maybe there's not much going into this thing. It's all like little pixels, you know.
Yeah.
But it looks fun, and now it's officially released.
Yeah, it's the coolest part about it is like this fully destructible world. I think everything in the game can probably be leveled, and you're given lots of opportunities for explosives and things like that. You're kind of doing heists, I guess, in these little missions.
Those are the videos I saw. Yeah, you got to like break in and get this stuff out of their building or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, very cool. That is available now. And last up, Moto GP 22 also came out April 21st. Came out on everything. If you got a system, you can play Moto GP 22. Now, this is moto biking, motor cycling. What do we call it? I like to call it crotch rockets.
Yeah.
You got over 120 different riders, over 20 tracks, different classes of race. Supposedly the most realistic motorcycling game out there. So, does that do anything for you?
I watched the trailer for it. It's not a pickup for me, but if it's maybe like on Game Pass or something like that, I'd give it a try.
This is one of those like Cricket that I'm surprised has like an audience enough where it is released annually.
Yeah.
But, you know, more power to the motorcyclists out there. All right, that's it for our new releases from last week. Let's switch gears. Let's talk about our news of the week. All right, first up, are ads coming to video games? Is this, you know, I mean, we've had them in mobile games, but are they coming to console games? This is something that Microsoft and Sony are both talking about. They've been looking into the idea and may both launch programs that include ads into games by the third quarter, by fall of this year. So what was your initial take on this when you read that, when you heard just the headline?
Just the headline, I'm thinking, that's not great. Yeah, I mean, we have enough advertisements everywhere we go. Do they really need to be in the games? But, yeah, as we talk more about this, we'll see that it's not that bad. It's not so different from what we already have.
Yeah, exactly. So basically, they're talking about specifically free-to-play games. And when they're talking about ads, they're not talking about like mobile ads where like in between each level or something you have to watch like an ad. They're just saying that like maybe a billboard on on the racetrack or a poster on a wall or something will have a real product in there, and it's actually comes across sounding really cool when you look into it more. So Microsoft, they've announced more about it, whereas PlayStation is kind of just more of a rumor right now. They haven't let on many of the details, but some of Microsoft's details are how the revenue would be split, which I thought was one of the coolest things. So they're saying that like Microsoft wouldn't get a cut of the revenue at all. It would just be for the game and the advertiser. Like, I think that's really cool right there. And the idea behind that is trying to get more free-to-play games on the console. They want more, free. Like if people that make these free-to-play games are getting more money for putting these games out there, then there's more chance they're going to add more free-to-play games, which has been a huge moneymaker, for the systems,
Yeah. And you're able to rely less on the microtransaction system that funds most of these free-to-play games right now. Maybe your game, you need to draw more people to it because that the pool of games that are free-to-play is ever expanding. So maybe it's not worth it for somebody to check out your game and they don't really get the full experience unless they pay $5.99 or something for a little pack to get them started for a free game. Maybe the developer can have less of that and just rely on the advertising money a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's great too. And another thing that I was thinking that like if better quality free to play games can get better advertisements, that seems like more of a benefit for them to put more effort into the creation of this game, because we're seeing so much shovelware free to play games out there now. Yeah. And if those ones are going to get like, they're not going to get any advertisements, and then you got like a game like high quality like Apex that's going to get like Pepsi or like something Doritos, like something that's like a huge moneymaker. They're not getting like Steve's mattress shop, like some of the shovelware might get. So I think that's even another reason that it's cool. If you're going to increase the quality of these games by the potential.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and the way they make it sound, it's not so different from what we have. If you think of like a FIFA game, you think of, well, you're in the stadium, you're seeing the billboards, they probably already have a brand on there, a real life brand that you're being advertised. The only difference is now that would be sort of dynamic. So they could potentially change that whenever they want to, or based on, an advertising campaign.
Yeah. Yeah. So there was a quote from a Microsoft spokesperson, didn't add much, but he said, "We're always looking for ways to improve the experience for players and developers, but we don't have anything further to share." So again, this could be happening as soon as the third quarter of this year. So, we'll see what that brings. Now, just real quick, so PlayStation, not much has been announced regarding their stuff, but they didn't specify about this revenue share between the, where they would be removed. In fact, I think what people have heard is the opposite of that they would have companies like pay them for the information that they might get from us, which, I don't really like the idea. But again, it's just a rumor, and we'll see more coming soon. I'm fine with it, like you said, as long as it's not intrusive. Like if it's not going to like, like loading screen be like something like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's always the slippery slope argument. This is where it starts. How long before you're playing Cyberpunk 2078 and seeing advertisements for future Coke in the air?
That's true. Yeah, and even if it is in the game, as long as it's not like, if it's part of the game or whatever, that's fine. As long as it's not like forced down my throat, or like even like you said, like loading screens where like you question whether or not this is necessary, or if it's just like a reason to show me an ad, kind of like how mobile gaming does it. But we'll have more of that when we hear more. So, all right, moving on. Amy Hennig is back to making a Star Wars game. Now, she was behind a very exciting game. She was working on a game with Visceral Games for quite some time. They were talking how it was going to be like Star Wars, but like Uncharted. So she's one of the creators of the Uncharted series, for those who didn't know. So, and then Visceral Games closed and her Star Wars game got scrapped. But now it was just announced that she is back at it. Skydance Media announced today that Hennig is working on a brand new game set in the Star Wars universe. We don't know much about it other than it will be a richly cinematic action-adventure game featuring original story set in the Star Wars galaxy. So lots of Star Wars news coming out lately, ever since LucasArts games or whatever reopened. We talked about it last week with the Star Wars Lego. Star Wars Force Unleashed came out this past week. So more and more Star Wars games. We're going to continue to get more and more Star Wars games. So maybe this is the point that you and we jump onto the bandwagon.
Oh yeah, maybe so. Yeah, I could go for like a Mandalorian-based Star Wars.
Cool. That would be awesome. Like an Uncharted kind of story thing where, it's just not a games of service, not a FPS or whatever, but a real good story game. That would be good.
Good story. Like make it feel like you're living in that world. You're like a bounty hunter more so than you are like a babysitter, like the show is.
That would be sweet. I'd even go for like have you ever played Mad Max, the Mad Max game?
Oh yeah, loved it.
Like that's a great game. Like even put that in the Star Wars world where it's like an open world game like that. That would be pretty sweet. So I don't know. We'll see. This is very little information about that, but it was just announced. Right now, she's been working on the Marvel game. We talked about it maybe a few months ago. How she's working in a brand new Marvel game for Skydance Media. So
I was gonna say, I thought I was going crazy. I thought we already covered her like working on a new Star Wars game.
did, dude.
Guess it was Marvel.
Yes, yep, it was Marvel. So yeah, anytime you hear Amy Hennig doing anything, it's something that definitely needs to be talked about. So, all right. Next up, Halo Infinite is getting a battle royale mode, kinda. So they just announced 3 new modes are coming for season 2. Are you excited?
A little bit, yeah. I watched the trailer for these new modes, and they look promising.
Yeah, so they are King of the Hill. This arrives May 3rd. This new season starts. King of the Hill, Last Spartan Standing, and Land Grab. So King of the Hill dates back to the original Halo, and well, it's. Have you ever played the King of the Hill mode?
I don't really know. In other games, probably. I think it's pretty similar to other games.
I was reading about it. And I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. But instead now of just having one part of the battleground that players fight over, a new hill will spawn when the previous one is captured. So whoever takes the hill by spending uncontested time on it earns a point, and the team with the most points at the end of the match wins. So I think that's pretty cool. And then they have the land grab mode. Now that is a new mode where players fight in teams to capture various neutral zones that appear around the map, and the first to 11 captures wins. So that's pretty cool. But the one everybody's talking about, Last Spartan Standing. Now this is, I mean, it's not it's not like a battle royale like we're familiar with, but it is a battle royale in that you have to be the last person left alive to win it. So this one is 12 players spawn on big team battle maps with a confirmed loadout and just 5 respawns. So, and with this, every time you get a kill, it's kind of like I'm familiar with gun game on Call of Duty, where like you get a more powerful weapon.
Yeah.
So I guess they added that. Initially, they didn't have that in the mode, but they added that because people were just hiding and camping to try to win because there was no incentive to go kill somebody. But now the incentive is like you kill someone, you get a better weapon, and you go on from there. So I'm excited about that. Should be pretty fun. You gonna play them?
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about this one. I don't mind the fact that it's limited to 12 players and it's not like the traditional Battle Royale with 99. Right. I mean, we have enough of that. And the thing is, like, even with Call of Duty Vanguard, they just had this new mode that came in, and I don't know how many players it is, but it seems like you're on teams of 4, and there are probably 5 or 6 of those teams. But everybody jumps in Battle Royale style, and it feels like they kind of neuter the game a little bit in order for it to run correctly like that, because you're running on the bones of Call of Duty, but there's a little more going on. And I'd rather not feel like that. I want this to feel like I'm still playing Halo Infinite multiplayer. I don't want to feel like a different experience or like it's stuttering or something.
I agree. And like this one, it's going to be multiplayer length games. It's not going to be like a half-hour long game, 20-minute game. With this, well, it might be. I mean, you've got 5 lives, but I don't imagine it will be. I don't think the map's not that big enough. But I think it's going to be fun. It's a different take on it. I like that you have a certain amount of lives, and that your guns upgrade. You don't have to like run around trying to find stuff. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for all 3 of these, but definitely the Last Spartan Standing I think sounds really fun.
Yeah, I'm hoping that this isn't the end all be all of the season. That we can get some other party modes back, like do like a 1 in the chamber with the pistol, or rockets only, maybe swords only, things that people like to play back in the day.
Do they do that normally, or have they previously?
I assume so. It's been a long time since I played a Halo multiplayer, but I think they may have had it in the rotation.
Okay, yeah. I mean, they've been like right this week. It's been that Fiesta mode like regularly. I haven't played prior to this week, so I don't know if that's always been the featured mode, but That's what it is right
It's
now.
been there for a month or so, but they had other
Okay.
modes that they were bringing in. There was one like you have a certain number of tickets, and once that's down, your teammates would have to be revived if they go down. It was pretty
Oh,
cool, and
okay.
it's like even like that. I wish that there were more options like that in the game because
Yeah.
that's just gone now, as far as I can tell.
Yeah. Yeah, and I know there is a you can create your own custom game in there. I didn't even check that part out.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah, you can do like anything you want in there. The only thing is you don't get matched with random people, and it doesn't count toward
oh,
like
okay.
progression.
Gotcha. Yeah, so and then speaking of progression, so season 2 will also bring a new battle pass. We talked about it previously, and then also new maps, and it does say timed events, so we'll see what that entails. But yeah, that's real soon, May 3rd. Speaking of battle royales, what's coming? What's coming to Warzone, dude?
I don't even want to say it.
Godzilla and King Kong, dude,
Mm.
are coming to Warzone. Who knows what this means? So a teaser trailer was released today called Operation Monarch. This comes out May 11th to Call of Duty Warzone, and it's Godzilla versus King Kong in this trailer. And
Yeah,
no other explanation as to what the hell is happening.
yeah. You got like a World War II bomber. The supposedly like the guys from Call of Duty are flying over this island. They get shot down or something, or swiped down by King Kong, and from there out, it just looks like Kong versus Godzilla trailer.
Yeah, and it's they're only a year late to be advertising that movie. Like, it's so strange. But I'll tell you what, this might be what gets me back into Warzone. I'll tell you, just so I can see like what in the world is happening. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
the concept's really cool.
are they gonna affect the area? Are you gonna have to like?
Oh yeah, you're gonna see like kaiju fights in the distance.
Yeah, yeah, it's so strange. Well, yeah, no other info. But season 3 does start April 27th with a whole bunch of new stuff. So we'll see if there's any questions get answered with some of the stuff that they release in season 3. I don't know. The whole season's going to be about King Kong versus Godzilla. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I'd like to see how this trickles over into multiplayer.
Yeah, dude, if you have to like have a multiplayer Godzilla battle, it's going to be sweet.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, hopefully our questions will be answered soon because I gotta know. I got to know. All right, next up, the second half of April's Game Pass games were announced, and they are Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion, available on cloud, console, and PC. This game looks good. Did you
Yeah.
see this one at all?
Yeah, I watched the trailer for that.
It looks really good. I guess it's very short, but like it's the perfect length for just this weird experience.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm all in. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit Remastered is available on cloud. F1 2021 is available on cloud. 7 Days to Die on cloud, console, and PC. That comes out April 26th. Research and Destroy on console and PC, April 26th. And then Bug Snacks for cloud, console, and PC, April 28th. And Unsold console and PC on April 28th. Which ones of these are you excited for?
Mostly the tax evasion. Yeah, I mean that looks really good.
It's a good game. I'll tell you what though, dude. Don't sleep on Bug Snacks.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, so that's one of the games that came out day one on PlayStation Plus. My kid is obsessed with it. I looked just yesterday because he's like, so there's a DLC coming out, and it's also going to be included in this. I believe it's going to be included with the Xbox version of this game, but it's like the Isle of Big Snacks. So they just announced this about a week ago. In this house, we've probably watched the trailer for it maybe 15 times. We've restarted the game, which my wife has platinumed on PlayStation, has beaten 4 times because my kid will not stop with his obsession. I looked just yesterday, and we have like 120 hours into the game.
Wow.
Dude. It's ridiculous. And it's like a 15-hour game. It's like
I was kind of surprised to see it on the Xbox Game Pass. I thought they had some sort of deal with Sony since it was like free day one.
Exactly, yeah. It was exclusive for a long time, and now coming to Xbox, coming to Game Pass. So it's a fun game. It's a very, very weird game. And There's no breeding of creatures. You know, I know that's your thing.
I'm out.
But you can feed these weird food animals to these other weird people, and then it makes their body parts turn into that food.
Hey, that's almost just as good.
It's like, almost just as good.
It's like Kirby, but free.
Exactly. So yeah, those are the games that are coming out. Leaving this month, Cricket 19, Outlast 2, Secret Neighbor, and Streets of Rage 4. And then in addition, recently Ubisoft announced that in the next couple of months, they're going to be releasing Assassin's Creed Origins and From Honor Marching Fire Edition to Game Pass. So that's real cool. I've never played Assassin's Creed Origins. Well, I've never played either of them, but Assassin's Creed Origins intrigues me. I've heard it's a very good game.
I can't believe they're taking off Cricket 19. I'm going to start sending death threats.
Seriously, you didn't even beat Cricket 18 yet. Oh, man, too much cricket.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's move on. Let's talk about Game Boy. Who would have ever thought I'd be saying those words? Let's talk about Game Boy Advance and Game Boy games could be coming to the Nintendo Switch online service. So this is a rumored situation going on right here, but it's from a leak from 4chan. So it's one of the reasons I'm like, I mean, it's 4chan. Can't really take what they say seriously, but the documents that they've shown look good. So yes, so 4chan they had these documents that showed that there were the emulators in development by Nintendo Europe Research and Development for Game Boy and Game Boy Advance, and they showed that there were tests done with a ton of different Game Boy games, Game Boy Advance games, and that there was actually footage of the emulators running on or emulators running these Game Boy games. So, this is all. The one person I read said that if this were fake, it's a very well done fake.
Yeah, that's the main reason I'm like, okay, this is probably legitimate, even though there's some hackiness looking things, there's some homebrew looking things. They even
it doesn't look official for sure.
Yeah. But I mean, as it would in early development or mid development, somewhere there before the final polish. But it's looking like it might be true, and it makes a lot of sense since we saw not that long ago a bunch of titles from N64. I think everything up to GameCube. So why not Game Boy Advanced?
Right. Yeah, and especially since they came out with that expanded version of the Nintendo Switch Online. But I guess, which do you think? Do you think this would come out under that new $50 thing or the $20 a year thing that they have now?
It's hard to tell. I would assume that it would be under that expanded, like $50, the more expensive one. Hopefully, no more than that.
Yeah, not for Game Boy games. Are there any Game Boy games that you would be excited for that you would want to get the service for?
I don't know if it justifies the whole service because these are some of the easiest games to emulate, really, on the side.
That's true. You can do it on a calculator. And
it's not that hard to go find the actual physical games if you don't mind paying $20 one time rather than $50 a year. Pokemon, the trading card game, was a big one for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, along with the regular Pokemon games on Game Boy Color, but the trading card game itself was one of the first Game Boy Color games I ever had. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I did read that one of the Pokemon games was tested. I think it was Ruby, Sapphire, or whatever. They were testing the Link Connect capabilities. I was like, that's pretty cool. But yeah, some of the other ones. Legend of Zelda, The Minish Cap, Metroid Fusion, Fire Emblem, The Sacred Stones, Mega Man Battle Network 2. So some big titles from the Game Boy Advance era. But yeah, we'll see. I think it was when we had that rumored information about the Nintendo 64 games and that stuff. It didn't take long for it to be officially announced. So I'm expecting, within the next week or so, we'll be talking about this again as an official announcement.
Yeah, what you just said, I didn't even think about, the link cable. Yeah. That adds a whole different dimension to it. Yeah, so if you can do that on those classic games where you used to be able to trade Pokemon between different ones, if you can just do that wirelessly with the Switch now, the way they can communicate, that's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I feel like you can. Yeah, for sure. Um, or be able to like, what was that thing that you could take like a picture with it and it would like print it out on that
Oh, like
weird
the
pixely paper or
not like
whatever?
the eye toy, but something like that.
Yeah, yeah, it was something like it's like the Game Boy camera or whatever, and it would just
Yeah.
like take like a 64-bit picture of, not even, it was like an 8-bit. Um, all right, but yeah, we'll hopefully we'll have some more information on that soon. I don't know, like based on like the stuff in the articles, like the emulation stuff, like they've been testing a lot of games, but I don't know what that means as far as like how early in the whole process it is. But yeah, we'll see. Only time will tell. All right, more Sonic the Hedgehog is coming at us. We're getting movies, we're getting TV shows, and now we're getting games. Sonic Origins. So this will bring Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Sonic 3, and Knuckles, Sonic CD in one collection. Are you a Sonic fan?
Not really. I didn't grow up with the
No,
Genesis. Did you?
me neither, dude.
Mm.
Team Mario
Uh-huh.
all the way. Um, Part of it too was that I was just really, really bad at Sonic. Like you hold down the button and you start to go really, really fast, and then it's like real fun for a second, and then you hit something and you stop, and your coins go flying. It's very frustrating.
Yeah.
But I'd give it another shot now now I'm more mature. But yeah, Sonic Origins will be released digitally for the Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, PS5, Windows PC, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and it will cost $39.99. There's a digital deluxe version with extra perks, including more challenging missions, special character animations, and music tracks from other Genesis titles, and that's $44.99. So, you're getting a nice selection, a nice package for $40. So can't argue with that. And then in addition to that, there's going to be a bunch of added features, and some of them are going to give you like different modes. And for doing the challenges or the different modes, you'll get in-game medallions, and you can use those medallions to buy like stuff in the game. So I think that's another really cool feature.
Oh
Try
yeah.
to get that high score or do whatever you need to do in order to like unlock maybe like a hat or something for Sonic.
Which that's a really cool part of this, and I think that's what a lot of developers should be doing if they're going to reboot these games. Stay true to the original, as true as you can, but also like build something outside of that so that
Yeah.
you can, if you want to, enhance the experience.
Yep. Yeah, I love it. Like it started with, did you ever play any of the Nintendo games on the Switch?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, so they have like those added like uh challenge modes and stuff on a lot of those games. Like you play Double Dragon and then you got to do like, a special version of it to get points. Yeah, it's really cool. I like when they do that. But like you said, keep it the traditional option available and just add on some extra stuff too.
Yeah.
Don't go changing anything, because that's when you'll have people like losing their minds.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, that game. Did I say when it comes out?
June 23rd.
June 23rd. Very exciting.
Yep, right around the corner.
Yes. All right. Next up, Deadcraft. Deadcraft is a brand new game that was announced. I was on the fence about adding this. Did you watch the trailer?
Yeah.
What is your take on this game? Does it excite you at all?
The style of the gameplay, like the top-down view, I'm seeing a lot of that. And the first few times I saw it, I'm like, okay, I've never really played a game like that. I'd like to try it out. But now I'm seeing more and more of it, and it seems like another one of those. And
this,
yeah, well, the premise of the game seemed a lot more interesting to me than the actual gameplay looked from that trailer.
Yeah, so I was on the fence. This game, it looks kind of janky. It looks like it could be like a really good mobile game, but it also looks like it's got the top down. It reminds me a lot of Diablo, because there's these hordes of enemies coming at you. It's a zombie world, post-apocalyptic. But then on top of that, it reminds me of Fallout, in that you have to like collect materials and grow things and create these things. And the things that you create, this is where it really got me, are these insane weapons that use parts of zombies that you have to like collect or grow or something. So like one of them, it shows like a guy, like a fist, but on the end of the fist, it's like a zombie's head that like bites other zombies. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, I'll give it a chance just for this. And one guy had like it looked like a weed whacker with like blades on the end of it. Like, so it won me over with that. And some of the like the kill animations like got me. And I was like, all right, I'll give it a shot. I'll check it out when it comes out. It's enough for me to include it in this thing.
Oh, yeah.
So let us know. Watch the trailer here. Let us know what you think about Deadcraft. But yeah, just if it plays anything like Diablo, and if it has any, the gameplay is going to win this one over.
Oh yeah,
it's got a little bit of style for sure, and that's what drew me in. But if it doesn't play good, I ain't got time for that. Yeah. We'll see. This comes out May 19th for all the systems: PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox XS, Nintendo Switch. It's out there. So May 19th. We don't got far till we could, lay our judgment upon this game.
Oh yeah.
All right, and last up, we just had to mention, because this is a news article that we talked about before, big news, the Halo composers who were suing Microsoft over unpaid royalties have won their lawsuit, I guess. We don't know much other than in a tweet earlier from Marty O'Donnell, one of the claimants in the suit, tweeted that looks like I'll be able to share some of those videos once again. Microsoft and O'Donnell Salvatore Inc. are pleased to have amicably resolved their differences. So,
yeah. So I don't know that they necessarily won the lawsuit, but they settled it. It's a win for everyone.
Exactly. Yeah, as long as they're happy, Now, when we were talking about this, there was talk that it would like hold up some of the, because this is the main song from Halo. We thought it might hold up the release of the show, affect Halo Infinite, and I completely forgot about it until this article. So like it didn't seem like it really did anything. So
I guess the articles we were talking about before raised enough of a stink that they weren't going to have their show stopped or put on hold because of this. So yeah, it seems like a win. And I actually watched a YouTube video that went back up. Apparently from the comments, like this was a beloved video that was up there back in the day. I think Steve Vai, have you ever heard of that guitarist? Yeah, he's in the Ralph Macchio movie back in the day, like playing against the devil or something like that.
Okay.
But he's like a legendary guitarist, and he worked on the Halo 2, like this metal version of the theme song that is just extremely hyped. And they've got this like hour and a half long behind the scenes of them when they're first working out how this is going to sound with the added guitar. And it'll give you goosebumps, even if you're not like a huge Halo fan.
I got to look it up. All right, I'm writing it down.
Yeah, so that was finally able to come back, uploaded like 2 days ago at the time of filming.
Oh, it is back up. Okay,
yeah.
Sweet. All right, nice. Yeah, all right, I will check that out. Very cool. Yeah, so good for them getting paid.
Oh, yeah.
That money, dudes. All right, that's it for our news. Did I miss anything? You got anything to add?
Nah, that's got to be it. That's
got to be it, dude.
That's everything.
We're running long. All right, let's switch gears. Let's go. Let's talk about our brand new content creator of the week. This week, we are recognizing a gentleman named Demon Blade as our content creator of the week. This guy, I was drawn to him by his. He very much reminds me of myself. Like he found Fruit Lab and was like, dude, people make money off of this stuff. Started posting his videos and realized that he's got a little content creator in him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And ever since then, he's been making some really, really cool videos. He does a huge variety of games. I saw Dragon Quest, Call of Duty Mobile. He's got a whole series that he's doing with Lost Ark, Valheim, 7 Days to Die. And then on top of that, my favorite part, dad jokes.
Yeah. I was just going to say.
Dad jokes. What was the one? What kind of computer is the best singer? Did you see this one?
No, I didn't see that one.
Adele.
Okay. Right up your alley there.
Dude, classic. But yeah, so he's been doing a lot. He's got a Twitch stream thing, YouTube, and he's been doing a lot more commentary, with the face cam, and those are the ones I like. I love his personality. Really cool to listen to. Fun to watch him play some games. So this Lost Ark series he's doing it without commentary. So like, it's fine. You know, you get to watch this super long, amazing like session of games, but like the commentary. That's what I'm here for. Keep it coming, Demon Blade. Yeah. Anything to add?
Yeah. I'd say go read his bio if you get the chance. It's pretty good. Yeah, appreciate it.
Absolutely, that drew me into him too. Like I said, it definitely sounds like us when we first started doing the Fruit Lab thing. So
yeah,
very very cool to be able to support someone in this situation. So I'm gonna post his channel information in the show notes. Go check it out. Follow him on YouTube, Twitch. And more importantly, Fruit Lab, give him some watches, earn some pips, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Make that money. Speaking of make that money, we talked about giveaway. And we're not going to do one this week, but I want to put it out there. Now, I haven't even ran this past you yet, but my thought is, and I want to start advertising this, we do a giveaway every week. Every single week, we give away at least 100 pips. And for people that not only comment, but reposts too.
Oh, yeah.
If you repost this show, you get added an entry for a giveaway. We're going to do them every single week. We're going to do them at least one a week. What do you think?
Yeah, sounds good.
Let's do it. Because now that we have the ability to see who reposted, which we couldn't do that before, you know, and now like we can tally it up and see who's reposting. Same thing with comments. I still want to see those amazing comments. You leave a comment, that's getting you an entry too. So either one, but like, shit, do both. And then get more entries, and we'll keep giving away pips every single week. But yeah, we gotta give back more.
Yeah,
we're getting some great comments. We're getting a lot of love. We gotta give it back.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's all I got, dude. We're running long. We gotta end this show. Anything else?
No, gotta get out of here before the lights get cut off.
Let's get out of here. Thank you guys so much for checking out a brand new episode of Gaming News Weekly. You can watch the full episode. In addition to Fruit Lab, you can watch it on YouTube under Pop Culture Playground. That's where you'll find all my other video content. I mean, it's on Fruit Lab, so if you're at Fruit Lab, just watch it there. You can make money watching it there. But if you want to subscribe to me on YouTube, do that too. And then this guy, check him out on Twitch. He's doing Twitch fullclip_FL. Did you say you're doing YouTube as well now, though?
Yeah, trying to expand, testing the waters over there.
Let's get it. What's your YouTube?
I'm not at the point where I actually have like a channel / thing. You have to get to
together, young man.
Well, the more people who come and follow me, the faster I get to that like milestone, whatever they require to get that.
I don't think they require anything.
The name is Game Facts.
Okay.
But I don't have a channel URL yet.
No, yeah, no one does. You got to be a millionaire, a bajillionaire. I don't know how that works. But yeah, Game Facts. I love it. That's one of my favorite series to watch on Fruit Lab. It's
appreciate it.
Informational. We get to hear your voice.
Oh, yeah.
And we don't have to look at you.
Yeah.
It's the best. All right, that's it. In addition to video stuff, we're done talking about YouTube and Fruit Lab. You want to listen to us anywhere you get podcasts, you can listen to this show. You know, you don't get to see us looking at you. You don't get to see the cool video stuff, and you don't get to earn pips. But if you're on the go, podcast is where it's at. All right, I'm done rambling. I gotta go drink more beer and play some video games.
All right, have fun.
All right, talk to you later.
Later.